brave children and families in our community whose lives have been forever changed by a cancer diagnosis. By wearing gold, we show our support, raise awareness, and stand in solidarity with them, recognizing that these children are more precious than gold.
Good afternoon. There we go. I think I'll go turn now. Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, whatever you want to call it. And welcome to tonight's broadcast of Eastview Georgetown football. My name is Brian Reed, joined alongside Chris Cavazos, my producer, color commentary, doing all the really hard work so I can just call football. I'm going to have a lot of fun tonight. It's first game of the season for the Eastview Patriots, coming off a 5-5 campaign last year. They lost to Stony Point to begin the season last year in Round Rock, 28-22. And so they're hoping to get off on a better foot here with a new head coach. Chris, this should be a really fun game.
Yeah, I expect it to be fun. Both teams are coming in looking to get a win to start the season, and especially it's a district win, so it's very unusual to start a high school football season with a district game, but we're doing it tonight here at GIS Stadium.
Absolutely, and I mentioned earlier that there's a new head coach for the Eastview Patriots. That's Coach William or Bill Robertson. Coming in, it's his first time being a head coach. He has a lot of experience as in football, coaching at A&M Consolidated, where he won a District 12 5A Division I championship. So looks to bring a lot of experience. I had a second to chat with the coach. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I didn't have a way to record the interview. I spoke with him on the phone and wrote down what I had to say. He said obviously he's very excited for his first season as a head coach, and I asked him about his philosophy as a head coach, and he said that the point of emphasis, that the philosophy for him is like to run the ball, and he wants to stop the run. And he said one of the point of emphasis is not about the wins and losses, it's about making them the best they can be and to change expectations and try to hold the team up to a higher standard. So one of the things he talked about was Eastview hasn't made the playoffs since 2020. So that's one of his first goals, not just to make the playoffs, though. He wants to win 10 games. He wants to close the gap between all these other teams, and he wants to play football in December. Those are the big goals that he has set for his Eastview team, to try to change your expectations on what Eastview football is. I think those are really good things to try to set up for the team.
Yeah, that's basic football. That's what coach wants to do. To win in every level of football, you have to be able to run the ball and you have to be able to stop the run. So he's getting it back to basics, and hoping doing that he'll be able to improve on last year's 5-5 record and make that goal of getting 10 wins, and not just making the playoffs, but actually making some noise in the playoffs and advancing a couple rounds.
Exactly. You mentioned that Eastview's never gotten past the third round of the playoffs. And he did say that when people talk about just wanting to make the playoffs, he said, well, 4 teams make the playoffs in the division, district every year. And they were 2 games away from making it last year. And those 2 games, they lost by 1 score. You turn those around, you're in the playoffs. So you want to set those expectations a little higher. He said that for tonight's game and for next week's game, he's going to try to get everybody in as they come running out of the tunnel. Everybody in with some meaningful snaps. Not just in garbage time, not just being in the game. Everybody wants to get in and get some meaningful snaps. And that's cool. They're actually taking some pictures of them down there, and some players are posing. Wearing a Navy jersey tonight with a Navy helmet, white numerals, with Navy pants, no stripes on it. Clean look. Do you like that? Stony Point with an all-white jersey with what looks like to be some blue numerals. Temperature for tonight's kickoff is 95 degrees. It looks a little windy down there, though there's winds only 5 miles an hour. But it's definitely hot down there.
Oh, yeah. I had some kids who graduated from Georgetown High School, and my son did play football for the Eagles, and I spent some time down on the field. When the temperature is above like 85, it feels 100 down there on that field with all the heat coming off the turf. So, yeah, it's going to be a steamy one tonight, but you know what? That's what you expect here in Texas. And for me, it's perfect weather for Texas high school football.
It is called football weather for a reason, as we're about 4 minutes, 30 seconds getting away from kicking things off here. Should be having the anthem coming up here soon. I believe we're about to start playing it. Everyone's standing up, so we'll step aside and let the anthem play.
The Liberty Battalion will present tonight's colors. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all rise and remove your hats as we honor all of the brave men and women who have served or are currently serving our community, our country at home and abroad with the singing of our national anthem, performed by the Eastview High School Choir under the direction of Beth Burrow and Collie Rowland. Please remain standing as the colors.
I always want to say play ball after I hear the national anthem. It always gets me excited to play any sport, honestly. I think it's the song I've heard more than any song ever because of how many sporting events I have attended.
Well, yeah, if you grow up around athletics, especially school athletics, middle school, high school, yeah, the national anthem is a mainstay, and I for one, am grateful that it is.
Yeah. 100%. About a minute away from a kickoff on I'll just say a beautiful Thursday night here in Georgetown, Texas, here at Birkelbach Field. Only school I'm aware of that has both logos on the field, though, Chris, you were telling me before that it only had Georgetown's logo.
Yes, yeah, when this stadium first opened, almost 20 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, believe it or not, it was completely a Georgetown Eagle Field because at that point Eastview wasn't playing football on the varsity level. Once they started playing football on the varsity level, they changed all the signage, added the Patriots as they should be, added the EV logo, and then it became GISD Stadium versus Birkelbach Stadium. But it is still Birkelbach Field.
We're going to have Cormac Guerrero alongside Ty Temples and Damian Myers alongside Jelani Culpepper. Out there for the coin toss for the Eastview Patriots. Now, Chris, do you like to receive or you like to kick?
So, when I was playing ball, if you won the toss, you always received. Now, you kind of want to get your defense out there early. Get him out there, getting some chops in, especially if you have a good defense. If you know you have a good defense, you're confident putting them out there early, because then you have the option to choose what you want at the beginning of the second half. And sometimes that comes into strategy when you talk about 2 for 1 near the end of the first half, getting the score, receiving the ball again, having an opportunity to score again. So strategy comes into it a little bit more, but if I knew I had a stout defense, I would definitely defer to the second half.
Well, Stony Point, I think, agreed with you, and they won the toss. They decided they're going to defer to the second half, so Eastview is going to begin the game with the ball. So get a good look at his offense. Remember, Coach Robertson, his first game as head coach, he said he wanted to run the ball and stop the run. And Eastview's got some good, has a good run game. We saw last year with Blake Honeycutt making his return this season, so definitely good to see him out there. As we waiting for everyone to take the field. There we go. Who's going to be back deep to receive this one? It's like it's going to be Jelani Culpepper alongside Sam Williams. Back to receive. Let's see who's kicking this one off for the Stony Point Tiger football team. Which will be number 42, Tyler White.
Number 42, Tyler White.
So I think of him, I think of that one random Astros player that had a really good first week of the season.
One thing that I enjoy is that in high school football and in college, we still have a traditional kickoff.
I do appreciate that, yeah. And then anything can happen here. He's not going to get a big run up here, so you got to be on the lookout. Anything can happen. Everyone's on their knees. And we're going to kick it short, and then whistle comes in.
Yeah, it looks to be a delay of game.
Yeah.
Too long.
Yeah, he took a little bit, yeah. First play of the season, not even from scrimmage, and there's a delay of game penalty. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's nice to try to start out the season, do something to try to give your team a spark, but you got to realize there's a game clock. You can't take too much time. You got to get that kickoff.
Even on the opening kickoff, there is a game clock. So now, if you were playing pro football or college football, they usually kick off from 35, and that's where they're going to be kicking things off from. But still got to look out for anything. So we're going to kick it too far.
Actually, if I were Stony Point, I would do the same thing.
Yeah. Now he's going to get more of a run up on this one.
Yeah, it looks like he's probably going to kick deep.
And he will. And he's going to kick it really deep, actually. It's going to go all the way into the end zone. Tyler White's got kind of a leg on him. Already some physical football down there. So it's going to come out to the 25-yard line. That's where this drive will begin for the Patriots. Here we go. Season is underway. All right. It's going to be trying to see the number. Looks like it's Guerrero from the gun. Makes a snap, fakes the handoff, under pressure immediately. Flush out of the pocket. He's going to just throw that one away.
Yeah, that play really didn't have a chance. So, unfortunately, the only thing that could be done at that point was to throw the ball away, not take a big sack, and live to play for second down.
Definitely interesting. After saying he wanted to run the football, his first play from scrimmage as head coach, he tries to throw it. I don't dislike the call, though. So you fake the handoff to Honeycutt. Honeycutt in the backfield. Again, similar formation this time, except he's going to have two receivers. To his left is Guerrero. Takes a snap. And this time he will hand this one off, not to Honeycutt. Trying to get around the corner. And that was a handoff to Javian Clayton. Clater, should say. And he gains nothing on that play.
Yeah, he really didn't have the corner there. He tried to get that corner, but it wasn't there. Stony Point's defense did a good job of stretching out, and now we're looking at a crucial 3rd down.
So 3rd and 10 on the 25-yard line. Going to have 3 wide from the gun. Honeycutt in the backfield. Takes a snap, looking to throw, under pressure, set up the screen. Honeycutt's got it. It's got a block up front. Can he get around? He cannot. It's a gain of 5 yards, but that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, the play was set up well. That first initial block was able to spring the receiver, but Stony Point was able to come to the ball and make the stop short of the sticks.
So 3 and out to start the season for the Patriots. And Caleb Hill to punt this one away. Trying to see who is back to receive it for the Tigers.
Yeah, sometimes with those clean Stormtrooper type jerseys, it's hard to see the numbers.
Hill has to go off his foot a little sideways. Flag comes in. He's going to get a great bounce, though. And that's going to roll inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. We'll check that flag, though. Looks like they may have picked it up.
Yeah, I think they were going to try to get the Patriots for a false start, but it looks like they picked up the flag. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Yeah, 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. So not a bad punt there for Hill. Got a good roll out of that one. Let's take a look at this defense for Eastview. Looks like it's going to be Nick Kalbus, quarterback for the Tigers. So first drive for Eastview only goes 5 yards.
Well, it looks like they are going to.
Personal foul, face mask, number 24 of the kicking team.
Oh, really?
15-yard penalty for the previous spot. 3 play, 4th down.
Oh, they're going to re-kick it.
Oh, wow, okay.
That was a bit of a late call there. Maybe they're deciding how they wanted to proceed with that one. I think maybe they have the option of getting yardage or re-kicking.
Yeah, it was confusing. Normally, the officials will leave the flag on the field until it's resolved, but it looks like it was picked up. And, you know, us up here, hey, they picked up the flag, no penalty. So they're going to re-kick from deep in their own territory. Stony Point should have very good field position to start the first offensive drive of the season.
Yeah, they're having to choose and re-kick it. Yeah, it's early season. Yeah, everyone's trying to get the jitters out, and that includes the officials. So Hill to kick this one away again. Bit of a high snap, and he gets it off. Looks like it's a better kick this time. They're going to call for a fair catch. He's going to get another good roll. It's going to go into Tiger territory and be down at the 45-yard line. So 55 yards.
That was an excellent kick. The roll essentially saved them from having Stony Point start in Patriot territory. So they are close to the mid-yard line, but it's a lot better now.
Yeah, difference of 11 yards. It was usually from 34. Now it's at the 45. And will be Kalbus in that QB. He's going to have 3 wide, 1 in the backfield from the gun. The phrase I'll say often tonight, from the gun. Kalbus back to throw. He's going to look towards the near sideline, trying to find Tristan Rhymes. Throws a bit high. Call comes up incomplete. And I'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That was actually executed pretty well. That out route was run pretty well by the wide receiver. The ball was just too high.
Yeah, it's a little bit out of reach. Coming out slinging though. Kalbus is going to have 4 wide this time. Trips to his right. Back to throw. It's being thrown, caught in the flat, pushed out of bounds. No flag. Ball is caught by Alex Freeman for a gain of 4 yards. Actually, they're going to say he was out at the 48-yard line. Excuse me. Make that a 3-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 7.
That was the exact same play, but on the other side.
Yep.
And he put the ball on the money, was able to make the completion. Didn't get the yardage that they were looking for, but hey, it's positive yards. You know, they have a 3rd down. It's a little bit long, but you know, it is manageable.
So about Eastview to get him off Cut them off the field here. So 3rd and 7 now. Galpis takes the snap from the gun. He's going to have time to throw. Now he's under pressure. He's going to set his feet. He's going to take a shot downfield. He's got a receiver open. It's going to be knocked away. Good defense there by Eastview. And that was Manny Williams defending Tristan Rhymes, just going up there and knocking that one away. Good clean play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Yeah, Williams was all over him, and if he didn't come in at that, if he wasn't on him like that, it would have been a completion and a touchdown. So Manny Williams doing a great job in coverage there, preventing the touchdown and forcing the Tigers to punt.
So Eastview goes 3 and out. The Tigers are going to go a 3 and out. And it's going to be Jelani Culpepper to receive this one. And Eastview going to come after it. Culpepper's going to let this one bounce as it lands out of bounds. Try to get the good roll. Let's see where they spot it. I think it's going to be at the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
So pretty good punt there by the Tigers, pinning them back behind the 20. Let's see if the Patriots can come out and get some positive yardage here on the second offensive drive of the season.
They only gained 5 yards last time, then had that penalty that backed them up, including that first play of the game where the Guerrero was flushed out of the pocket. Going to have Honeycutt and looks like Clater in the backfield. Guerrero from the gun, he'll have 3 wide. It's man in motion, takes the handoff. Now Guerrero's going to tuck it in and run. Gets a block, he's brought down. That's going to be a horse collar.
Yeah, that has to be a horse collar there. I don't see a flag yet, though.
I did see a flag fly.
Excellent.
Let's just be picking that. Yeah, there's right there at the 19-yard line. Excuse me. You can see a flag on the field.
Personal foul, face mask, number 9 in defense.
Face mask, horse collar, all the same.
All the same.
Yeah, need free yardage. Take it any way you can get. That's the first down for Eastview.
Yeah, it looked to be a run pass option, but when that defensive end bit in, that's when quarterback took off and got too much metal.
Yeah, the way he went down, you could just tell that he was tackled in an unnatural way, just like the kind of way he jerked back. Honeycutt in motion. Hand off to Clater, trying to get around the outside. Stiff arms, and a modest gain of, we're going to say, 3 yards.
Number 5, Clater. First out of bounds. Tigers.
We'll say 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Yeah, just a straight handoff, was able to get that corner, get a couple of positive yards.
Honeycutt once again in motion. And it's a run pass option. Guerrero up the middle. Guerrero into the secondary, makes the man miss. Guerrero being tackled from behind. The ball is loose. They're going to say he was down.
Yeah, he was down.
Oh,
that judge said he was down.
That was lucky. 2 referees said he was down. That was a nice play call there by Guerrero. Good idea to tuck that one in and run.
That was almost the same option that was run previously. He saw the defensive line bite in. There was a huge hole in the middle, and Guerrero took off for a huge play, an explosive play, which the Patriots need.
Definitely. Now they're in opponent's territory. Longest gain of the night. And very fortunate that he was able to get down with that one. And be careful when you tackle from behind. 3 wide, similar formation as the last time. And they're going to hand off to Clater. Clater going up the middle is going to have a 1-yard gain there to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, that was some tough running there. Unfortunately, Clater was only able to gain a yard, but Stony Point has a stout defensive line. It's going to be a challenge for the Patriots to run against them, especially right up the middle. But we've seen them try to go side to side, and they have the speed to kind of cover those corners. So running the ball tonight is going to be a challenge for the Patriots.
Absolutely. Same formation as last time. Honeycutt and Clater in the backfield. Guerrero from the gun. 3 wide. And they're going to fake the handoff to Clater. Throw into the corner of the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Pass was intended for Sam Williams. He had him not in the end zone, but in the corner. And just a little bit out of reach. Maybe that one was knocked away.
Yeah, it looked like the Stony Point defender came in at the right moment to knock that away. It was so close they weren't going to call interference on that. But yeah, Guerrero had the pass there. It was just a difficult catch, and Stony Point made the defensive play.
Tough play. So this time only Clater in the backfield, 3 wide. Guerrero back to throw. He's going to tuck this one in and run, and I think that one may have just fallen apart on him. He gets inside the 30 to the 29-yard line, so 3-yard gain there. And that's going to bring up 4th down. And when you're this close, it makes you kind of think.
Yeah, you have to think about the confidence in your kicker, but this is kind of the no man's land in football where you don't really gain anything by punting. And a lot of times, especially in the collegiate and high school level, they're just going to go for it regardless of the down and distance here.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I think they're thinking the same thing we're all thinking. They're just going to go for this one. So they have to get to the 22-yard line for a 1st down. Guerrero back to throw, throws over the middle, ball's caught, he's got the 1st down. To the 21-yard line. A little quick pitch and catch there. Caught by Caleb Hill.
That was actually a great catch by Hill. He ran that square in route, and 2 defenders were bearing in on him, and he held poise and made that catch. Excellent catch, excellent play for the Patriots.
1 for 1 on 4th down tonight. Guerrero takes the snap, he's hand off Clater. Clater running on the outside, he's got room to run this time. Into the secondary at the 5, and he's pushed out of bounds. Falls his blocks there and is able to pick up enough. He's going to stay out to 6, so it's going to be 1st and goal for the Patriots.
That was excellent blocking on the edge by the Patriots. As you saw previously, they had trouble trying to get the corner, but with the blocks there, they were able to get that corner and get Clater out on the edge. And here we are, 1st and goal.
And they're going to hand off Clater again. Clater trying to fight for the end zone inside the 5-yard line. They're going to put him down, 2-yard gain at the 4.
Again, hard running by Clater, but Stony Point has a stout defensive line. It's going to be tough, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to puff up and make those inside runs for the Patriots difficult.
Definitely. Well, we've seen the Clater's going to take a step to the sideline now. I think he needs a little bit of a breather. So it's going to be Honeycutt in the backfield. 3 wide. We see an RPO here, and they're going to hand off to Honeycutt. Honeycutt's trying to move, and that stout defensive line, another 2-yard gain. We'll just do that one more time, and you have a touchdown.
That was a very difficult 2 yards, but I will say the Patriot offensive line held their blocks as long as they could, which allowed Honeycutt to make that 2-yard gain.
So Clater's coming back in now. It's 3rd and goal. They're going to actually say he was down at the 3-yard line, so it was a tough 1-yard gain. Patriots trying to find pay dirt. And we're going to see a timeout. First timeout for Eastview. And, the drive began, with that face mask on Guerrero, and then it exploded with that run-pass option where Guerrero got in the secondary and was down for the ball came out. And then they picked up the 4th down. So, drive's been going pretty good for the Patriots. And you don't want to come up empty-handed, especially when you get in this goal line situation.
Definitely. Obviously, you want to get the 6. But in games like this where, it's very run-heavy, time is moving off the clock. Right now, we're at 5:29 left in the 1st quarter. That's how quick this game is going because everyone's running the football. You've got to get points on the board. I would lean on my offensive line to try to get either Honeycutt or Clater into the end zone here.
I think so. Only going to have like 6 up front. A little bit of confusion on the offensive line where your assignment is for a second there, but everyone's all set. So Clater and Honeycutt in the backfield. Guerrero takes the snap. He's going to hand off Clater. Bounces off of one tackler. Bounces off another. Still trying to fight for the end zone. He's going to gain a yard.
Very tough running by Clater there. Again, props to the Patriot offensive line, keeping their blocks as long as possible to give Clater the opportunity to try to get as many yards as we can. We're here at 4th and 1, 4th and 2.
Yeah.
You got to go for it. You got to trust your offensive line, trust your running backs to get 2 yards to get to pay dirt.
So 4th and goal from the 2. They're 1 for 1 on 4th down this drive. Hand off Clater, and he's going to be stuffed.
Oh, that's a hard ending to that series. It was a great series for the Patriots, and they got where in the scoring position by running the football, unconventionally having your quarterback run. That's just disappointing to have it end right there with the stuff. It was a good defensive stand by the Tigers. Again, that front seven of the Tigers are very stout, so it's going to be a challenge to run against them this game.
Looks like they had that play read from the start. Robertson was committed to running the football is what he told me, and he was committed to it there. So comes up empty-handed. If there's a silver lining to all of this, it's that Stony Point now has to start at their own 4-yard line. Starting deep in your own territory is never fun. They went 3 and out last time. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. He's being brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play.
And that's what you want to see out of your defense. You want to see gang tackling, hats flying to the football, making the stop for no gain.
So 2nd and 10 now, ball on the 4-yard line. 4 minutes, 40 seconds, clock moving here in the first quarter. Still no score by either team. Looks like that's Troyer now in at quarterback for the Tigers. Handoff up the middle, bounces off would-be tackler and then brought down from behind after a gain to the 11-yard line. Not quite a first down, but gets him closer. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, it looks like the offensive line was able to move, for Stony Point was able to move the defensive front for the Patriots, open up that little sliver, and the running back was able to gain positive yards there. Running back for Stony Point, Lloyden. So let's see what happens here at 3rd and...
So Troyer from the gun. He's going to send man in motion. He's not going to send too far in motion. Troyer back to throw. He's going to throw to the corner, and he's got the first down, trying to spin off of a tackler, brought down to the 14-yard line. That's the first down for the Tigers. And gets them out of their own end of the field.
Yeah, very short yardage play. It was just a stop-and-go route. They were able to hit that and get the first down.
It's Lloyden in the backfield, Troyer from the gun, 2 wide. A lot of runners up front, and they're going to hand off. Up the middle, bounces off would-be tackler, chasing behind at the 30-yard line. Bounces off another tackler, still moving his feet, has the first down. That's some powerful running there by Aiden Lloyden.
Yeah,
huge gain.
Your coach as a running back to keep moving your legs. Never stop your legs moving, and that paid off here. He was able to take some bumps, but he kept churning his legs and able to get a positive play out of this.
Just pinballed off of many defenders and kept it moving. Another first down for the Tigers. Out of their own end of the field now at the 38-yard line, their own 38-yard line. Another handoff, trying to go around the outside. He's got the corner. He pushed out of bounds. Let's see if he's got the first down. They're going to give him the first right at midfield, and that was 24 on the carry, Marcus Milligan. And they're right at the 50.
So another methodical drive here by Stony Point, picking and choosing when to run and when to pass, doing it with efficiency here. But they are leaning on the run, so this is going to be a run-heavy game. Both teams look to try to establish the run early, and that's exactly what they're doing.
It's like Milligan in the backfield again. Troyer takes the snaps, going to hand off Milligan. Milligan going up the middle into the secondary. He gets tripped up, and that was fortunate for the Patriots because if he stays on his feet, I think he's in the end zone.
Yeah, that was the definition of a shoestring tackle. But yeah, Stony Point's offensive line doing a great job opening up holes for their running backs so they can get these huge chunks of yards on the ground.
It's now into opponent's territory for the first time tonight. And the Patriot 38-yard line. Troyer sends a man in motion. Takes the snap. Hand off Milligan. Milligan trying to go around the outside. Nowhere to go with the football. Bounce off would-be tackler, though. Stays on his feet. Gets to the 35-yard line. He was brought down behind the line of scrimmage and just stayed on his feet and just kept on trucking and got to the 34-yard line. My goodness.
Yeah, that was excellent running there. Again, your coach to keep moving your feet, keep moving your legs, and that's exactly what he did. He was able to bounce off the outside. It would have been a loss, but he was able to shake the tackle of the Patriots, so it turned out to be a positive play to make it 2nd and 6.
Goodness. Milligan, he's been so far running really good for the Tigers. I'm surprised they go right back to him. This time, though, Troyer's going to throw. He's got time. Throws it over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Justin Thompson. They had him open. It would have been 1st and goal at the 8-yard line, but it was thrown just slightly behind him. He had to slide back to make the catch, and he couldn't quite come up with it.
That looked like a skinny post there, and he was open, but he just couldn't come up with the ball.
It might be good for the Patriots to get that play that has no gain and incomplete, stops the clock, kind of gives you a bit of a breather. Go, okay, now it's 3rd and 6. Now you have a chance to try to get him off the field. Five seconds left in the play clock, 4 seconds left, 2 seconds, 3, 1, and it's going to be a delay of game unless a timeout taken by Stony Point. I think they kind of lost track of the clock. It would have been their 2nd delay of the game, but so far after their opening drive went nowhere, and they're moving the ball very effectively here against Eastview. 3rd and 6 coming up, and a chance for Eastview to try to get them off the field.
Yeah, Stony Point's come out with this drive, a very balanced attack, mixing in runs and short passes, with the exception of that one deep pass that was incomplete. But they're picking their spots here. The Patriots defense really has to keep track of the running game, because if a team gets going on the ground, they're going to become very difficult to stop. And then as you move later into the game, if that offensive line is just pounding you, that defensive front 7 is going to start to tire out. So you got to get them to throw the football. You got to keep them in the down and distance long, so that way they're forced to throw the ball, and essentially give your front 7 a breather.
3rd and 6, a minute 13 left to play here in the 1st quarter. Troyer takes snap a little bit low. He's going to hand off Milligan. Milligan trying to go around the outside. Is going to bounce off a would-be tackler and be brought down short of 1st down yardage. He's brought down right at the 30. It's going to be 4th and 2. And just like Stony Point, I wouldn't be surprised to see this team go for it. They got a little bit of the wind. And you saw Tyler White kick. He's got a fairly good leg on him, but the way they've been running the football, it just doesn't surprise me to see that they're probably going to go for this one, and it looks like they will.
That was a great defensive play by the Patriot defense. Yes, he was able to gain positive yardage, but they stuffed him at the point of attack to prevent him from getting the 1st down and cause this 4th and short.
Milligan. And Troyer is going to take the snap from the gun, throws to the sideline. It's going to be caught for the 1st down. Pass was caught by Tristan Rhymes, and it's enough. Move the 6.
Yeah, just one of those quick out routes, get him past the sticks, make a short completion there to get the 1st down.
Almost works every time. In the red zone, the 25-yard line. Might get the snap off before the quarter ends. Let's see what Troyer wants to do, and he does. He's going to hand off to Milligan. Milligan's going to be brought down. Great tackle there by Jelani Culpepper. Good open field tackle for a loss, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Well, Patriots knocked on the door, but we're not able to get the touchdown. There's no score in this one. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back listening to Eastview Patriots football on the Vype Media Network.
This brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same-day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today. Interested in Vype Campus? Vype. Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing.
Start of the second quarter here at Birkelbach Field. No score between the Tigers and the Patriots. It's 2nd and 11. Troyer for the Tigers takes the snap under pressure. Evades a would-be tackler, but he's not going to evade anymore. He's going to be gang tackled behind the line of scrimmage back at the 29-yard line, just storming into the backfield. There we go.
Forgive me, this is a new piece of equipment. I am still learning.
No, you're all good there. 3rd and a long way to go now. They're at the 29-yard line. They have to get to the 15 for a first down, so 14, 3rd and 14.
This is exactly what I was saying previously. You want to keep them with a long down and distance to get that first down. So that way they're forced to throw the football.
Troyer, he's going to be throwing the football. He's under pressure, setting up a screen. The ball's caught. He's got great blocking up front. He's going to have a first down. He bounces off a tackler, and he's down inside the 8-yard line. They set that one up well to Aiden London, and he had nothing but green grass and high tides in front of him. And it's going to be 1st and goal for the Tigers.
Yeah, Manny Williams there with the stop, and if he wasn't there to make that hard stop, it would have been 6 for the Tigers.
Second time tonight, and a tackle has broken up a touchdown. This drive has taken a lot off the clock for the Tigers. Drive that began on this end of the field at their own 4-yard line. Troyer takes the snap, handoff to London, and he's going to be swallowed up in the backfield. Let's see who the initial contact was. Seems like it was Tanner, I'm in the wrong spot, Tanner Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky came in, made that initial contact, was able to slow him down, and then what you want to see on a defense, gang tackling, we're able to stop him for a loss.
So 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. Troyer's going to have London in the backfield with him, 3 wide. Takes a snap, handoff. London. No, they're going to do a little flip action here. And we're going to see Troyer trying to give a block, and he does. A flag comes in, though.
Yeah, they were holding there in the corner, so that should come back.
As right now, it's a touchdown for Oliver James.
Holding, number 18 of the offense. The foul. Replay, second down.
And that's a big break right there for the Patriots.
Yeah, it was. We saw that. I was able to see it up here from the block. He hugged him. He had a handful of jersey. He had everything.
Yeah.
If it wasn't caught, if it wasn't flagged, it would have been a great play. But yeah, it's holding 10 yards, and we're going to replay this down. And
right at the 1 too, because it's at the spot of the foul. So it backs him up to the 11-yard line. And Troyer, by the way, Mason Troyer got a block in there. So you don't usually see the quarterback get a block like that. So they're going to hand off Lloyden. Lloyden takes a step. Another flag comes in. Brought down from behind, though. From behind the line of scrimmage, I should say. And that was Sam Arnott. Let's check the flag, though.
Personal foul, shot block. Number 0 and 71 of the offense. 15-yard penalty. Previous spot. Replay, second down.
After almost getting in the end zone, they're just going backwards.
Yeah, 2 costly penalties have literally taken points off the board for the Tigers. Yeah, that chop block, it's implemented for safety. You know, when you're engaged with someone up top, someone can't come and take your legs out, and that's exactly what happened, and that's a personal foul. So we're moving backwards. It's 1st and goal.
Or 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from,
26.
26.
Yeah, it's a long way to go, but you got to be careful now. No matter what, it's still in goal situation. But now the whole playbook kind of opens up here. 4 wide. Lloyden in the backfield. Troyer takes a snap, and he will throw this one. He's under pressure a little bit. Throws it. Ball is complete at the 10-yard line. That's why I said the whole playbook's opened up, and you got to be careful. And there's Oliver James bringing it to right where goal should be, and that's to the 6-yard line.
Yeah, that play was designed to take away all of the defensive backfield on that side, and then James just parked there, and he was able to hit it. And they were just trying to get him in space to get, one of their best athletes against the Patriots athletes, and they were able to make the stop.
So 3rd and 7, or 3rd and goal from the 7, I should say. It was 2nd and goal from the 26. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 7. What has been a very interesting series here. Play clock at 1. Troyer back to pass. Snaps a little bit low. Looking to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to tuck this. Throws over in the middle of the field. It's going to be caught for a touchdown. It looked like for a second it was going to be incomplete, but able to keep his fingertips on it.
Yeah, he stepped up into the pocket and was able to find the open man in the end zone for the touchdown.
After having a touchdown taken off the board and a personal foul called, the Tigers able to find pay dirt. That was a very long drive, getting at their own 4-yard line and go 96 yards. Take a lot of time off the clock. That's going to be Tyler White in to attempt the extra point. And it is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0 in favor of the Tigers. But Eastview had some good things to take away from that drive. Some good tackles in the backfield. But some things that you may want to work on going forward. As far as the offense goes, in their last drive, they got all the way to the 2-yard line and had some success running the football. So what the coach was saying he wanted to do is he wanted to run the football. Another point of emphasis, though, was he wanted to stop the run. And they're saying on that drive had a little bit of difficulty doing, but there was some very powerful runs there. So things need to work on, I think, definitely going forward, But trying to find out what kind of team he has is what he mentioned in his interview. He's trying to get everyone a chance to play. Yeah,
you want to get You want to get reps out there because that's how you get experience. The more reps you get, the more experience you earn. And, this is a long season. You want to have as many fresh bodies, especially when you get into district play. So, you want to try to get your guys as many reps as you can.
Tyler White didn't kick this one away. First kick of the game, they had the delay of game penalty. And he didn't. He wasn't going to kick it very far, and then they had to go back, and he decided to kick it much further this time. Short kick, not a lot of distance. And he catches it and then falls down. I don't know, but I think he may have tried to call a fair catch there. And that was De Leon on the catch. In good starting field position at the 23. Last time out, they got all the way to the 2-yard line on 4th and 2. Including on that drive, they converted a 4th down, but they were stuffed on 4th and 2. Let's see what they choose to do here. Different look, like it's going to be still Guerrero. There's Clater back there, though he's going to have 3 wide. There takes a snap, looking to throw, setting up a screen. Guerrero looking to throw, setting up a screen. Ball is caught. Kept in bounds and gets all the way to the 26-yard line, so a 3-yard gain there. And I'll bring that 2nd and 7. Ball is caught, looks like by Alan Blaylock.
Yeah, just a short bubble screen there. It made to get, moderate yardage. We're able to pull out 3 yards. Try to come back and get a more check to have a better down and distance when you to get close to the sticks.
Guerrero from the gun takes the snap, looking to throw. Blaylock has it, tries to make a man miss, fights off a defender, is going to be in yard. Let's see if they give him the first down, and they're going to give him that first down. So like in college and pro football, if you're in between those hash marks, they kind of give you that yard, and I think it's what they kind of did there. So they got him the first down, so a 7-yard gain there. So it's fresh set of downs for the Patriots, and quickly back to the line.
Speed taking some up-tempo here.
And Clater takes a snap up the middle. Gains 5 yards there to the 38-yard line.
a good hard run there by Clater. It looks like the Patriot offensive line's getting their footing now, making some holes for the running backs to get positive yards.
Maybe moving a little up-tempo there, too, as well. Bringing everybody in, maybe a little bit of a jumbo set here. Tiger defense looks a little confused. Now Guerrero working from the gun. Sends a man in motion. They're going to do a little jet sweep right here, but trying to get around the corner and able to get a couple yards there, Sam Williams. Actually, no, he's going to lose yards, excuse me. I forgot where the line of scrimmage was. I apologize. So backs him up, makes it 3rd and 8.
Yeah, the backers for the Tigers are very fast, so it's going to be difficult to try to get anything around the corner, whether it's a run, a jet sweep. It's going to be difficult because they do move pretty quickly. Now we have a 3rd and long. Let's see what the Patriots dial up here to try to get that first down.
3 wide. Later in the backfield. Guerrero takes a snap and trying to find Clater in the flat, right? Trying to set up a screen under pressure immediately and had to get rid of it. And when sometimes you're under pressure, those footsteps, it's hard to get that ball off accurately. And he had Clater open. I'm not sure if he had the first down, but that be 4th down now for the Patriots.
Yeah, it looked like Stony Point brought everybody there and left man-to-man coverage. If the ball was able to be complete, there would have been a chance, being out there in space to make something happen to get the first down, but unfortunately the pressure was just too much from the Tigers.
Tristan Rhymes back to receive this one. Flag comes in immediately, and it's a good punt. Takes a great bounce. A phenomenal bounce, actually. It's going to get maybe to the 10. Can it get to the 10? Come on, get to the 10-yard line. They're going to say at the 11, but we're going to check this flag, though. That flag came in as soon as that ball was snapped. It looks like it's going to be on the Patriots from the way that they're looking at the Tiger sideline.
Illegal formation. 5 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Replay, 4th down.
That's the second time tonight on a punt. A penalty has occurred that had them re-kick. And it's quite unfortunate because that was a great kick there by Caleb Hill. Was set up right at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it took a great roll, but unfortunately it's all for naught now. They're going to have to re-kick after legal formation penalty, 5 yards, and re-kick.
You just got to redo it. Nothing much else you can say about that. So Rhymes back at the 41 to receive this one. High snap. Hill able to get that one off, though. Rhymes calls for a fair catch, and he does. Let's see where they spot him at the 36-yard line. It's a good job there by Hill and those high snaps. People don't think too much about it, but when you get that ball, you have like a second to do what you have to do. And if you have to jump up to make the catch, then come down with it, that just takes a second off the clock. And he had a defender right in his face, and a good job able to get that kick off there.
Yeah, that was a great job getting the kick. The pressure was on, but he was able to get it off. Didn't take the bounce that the last kick had, but they're still in Tiger territory, and they still have a ways to go to get to pay dirt.
So Calbus now in at quarterback. Takes a snap, looking to throw. He's under pressure, and he's going to throw this one over the middle, and it's going to be caught. He was under heavy pressure, but Rhymes is there with an 11-yard gain.
Yeah, the pressure was there, but Calbus kept his composure and was able to make the completion under pressure.
My goodness. Looked like he threw that ball a lot farther than just 11 yards. It's like Tigers choosing to air it out right now. Takes the snap. They're going to hand this one off up the middle and brought down from behind. And it was a carry by Aiden Lloyden after a 4-yard gain right at midfield.
Yeah, the offensive line for the Tigers was able to open up just a sliver of a hole there, and the running back was able to come through it. But Patriots were able to make it to the mark and make the tackle before it was actually an explosive play because he had green field in front of him.
The 2nd and 7 now, actually. It was Ty Temples on the tackle. Lloyd in the backfield. Calbus from the gun. Takes a snap. They're going to hand off Lloyden. Lloyden up the middle. He's tripped up And they're going to give him the first down yardage, a 7-yard gain to the 43-yard line. Now Tigers just running wild.
Lloyden was able to find that crease, that break in the line, and was able to sliver through it. Fortunately for the Patriots, they were able to make that shoestring tackle to prevent another big gain.
Lloyden in the backfield, 3 wide. Galvis from the gun. Takes the snap, handoff Lloyden. He shakes off a would-be tackler. Gets inside the 40-yard line. I'm going to say to the 42.
Looks like the Patriots brought in a run blitz. The good, they're great to stop the run, but if you miss that first initial contact, it leaves the backside open, and that's essentially what happened. They were able to close the gap and make a stop on Lloyden, but not after a positive gain, so we're looking at 2nd and 5.
Yeah, 2nd and 5 from the 37. Same formation as last time, if not very similar. Galvis back to throw. He's got time. Now under pressure, flushed out of the pocket. He's going to turn upfield and run. He's got all kinds of room. He's going to run out of bounds. That can sometimes happen when you lay back in coverage and leave room for the quarterback to run, and that's what he had for the first down.
Yeah, Galvis is no slouch. He is an athlete in himself, so when he saw he had that daylight and no one was really open, he took off, was able to get that first down and keep this drive going.
So ball at the 29-yard line, 3 minutes, 31 seconds after they ran out of bounds. Clock stopped. I was waiting for the snap. He's going to fake the handoff. He's under pressure, trying to find Lloyden, and he drops it. Lloyden was all by himself, and he just couldn't come up with it.
That looked to be an impromptu wheel route, and Lloyden had it. He would have had an opportunity to take it to the house, but he just couldn't come up with the grab.
Very fortunate for Eastview that he did not come up with that one. And as I said earlier, sometimes those incomplete passes, just when things haven't been going your way on defense, just a play that doesn't go get any yards, even it's incomplete pass, can just sometimes be really nice. Now it's going to be Milligan in the backfield. They will hand off to Milligan. Milligan bounces off the would-be tacklers into the secondary, gets a block at the 5-yard line. He's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. Milligan with a fantastic run to the outside. And it's another touchdown for the Tigers.
Yeah, the Tigers offensive line did a good job of sealing off that edge. The running back was able to take advantage and use his speed and athleticism to make it to the end zone.
So extra point attempt now for Tyler White, trying to make it 14-0. Kick is up and good. Makes it now 14-0. Well, the Tigers, after their first drive, went 3 and out. They have gone back-to-back drives, ending with a touchdown, and they, for the most part, have just run all over this Patriots defense. They have 3 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock, the Patriots do, to try to get something going. The Tigers will receive the second half kickoff. So you'd like to get down there and get some points on the board.
Yeah, Tigers have been leaning on that run this entire first half and then picking their spots to pass. And they've actually been doing that really well, keeping the Patriot defense off balance. And again, they have to try to keep the Tigers in passing situations, because if their offensive line is just going to lean on the Patriots front seven the entire game, you know, they have the potential of getting gassed, and we don't want that, because then the Tigers would be able to just run at will.
Sam Williams and Jelani Culpepper back to receive this one, though the ball hasn't gotten quite to them yet. Once again, everybody on their knees. And a short kick, not a lot of distance, although this time Williams will actually be Culpepper will get the kick. And it's going to be the best starting field position for the Patriots at their own 36-yard line. So 3 minutes and 9 seconds left to play here in the first half. Halftime, we will bring you the Eastview Band as we step aside for that. I got actually the 36-yard line. So Eastview, closest they've gotten on one drive was to the 2-yard line. And that was the only drive that had anything positive going for it.
Let's see if the Patriots offense comes out in an up-tempo type with just 3 minutes, practically just 3 minutes left in the half. Knowing that they're not going to receive the ball to start the second, let's see if they try to get something on the board here.
So 5 wide for Guerrero. Takes a snap, looking to throw. He's under heavy pressure, and he's going to be sacked. He was brought down almost immediately, all the way back at the 31-yard line, a 5-yard loss. Tigers look like they had that one read from the start.
Yeah, the defensive linemen of the Tigers were able to win at the point of attack in the line of scrimmage and make it into the backfield. Fortunately, to take her out down for a big sack.
So 2nd and 15 now. Maybe changes your approach here. Now he's going to have Honeycutt in the backfield. Takes a snap. They're going to fake the handoff to Honeycutt. Trying to find someone in the flat, and they do at the 40-yard line. Pushed out of bounds. No flag. That was Sam Williams on the reception. And able to get a good chunk of those yards back to the 42-yard line. Makes it 3rd and manageable.
Just a small little bubble screen to the outside. Was able to get that initial block, and Williams was able to make some moves out there to get positive yardage. Yeah, he was pushed a little late, but they didn't call it. So here we are at 3rd and 3.
Clock did stop. Guerrero's going to call his own number. He's got nowhere to go. He's got no blockers. Reverses field. Now he's got some blockers. He's got more room to run. He's going to have a first down. Oh, my goodness. What a run by Guerrero.
That's the old cliche in football. When you run the football, you run 30 yards to gain 3.
That was backyard football to a T right there.
Definitely.
That's exactly what it was. And we're 1 second away from the 2-minute timeout. New this season, and high school has now adopted the 2-minute timeout. So at the Tigers' 49-yard line, maybe it's good that they have a timeout. They still have their 2 timeouts. That's a big gain right there. I could see Guerrero. He's on a knee. He's sucking down that Gatorade by saying thank you for that 2-minute timeout.
Yeah, this being the first game of the season, you know, your emotions are high. You might have some butterflies in your stomach. So you normal plays that you would run, you have that level of excitement for it being the start of the season, might wear you down a little bit quicker. Not to mention, it's hot down there on that field.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm surprised that we haven't seen any cramping. I'm glad that hasn't happened. You hate to see that happen to athletes, but I'm surprised we haven't seen any so far.
Absolutely. The sun may have gone down, but looking at those flags, you know, at the Patriot end zone, there is no movement on them. And it can get pretty humid down there, too.
Yeah, I mean, and when we got here to the stadium, there was actually a nice breeze, but now it's completely stopped. So it's just stagnant air, humid, hot. Yeah, those are difficult conditions to play football in.
So 1st and 10 from the Tiger 49-yard line. Guerrero takes a snap, looking to throw. He's going to have Williams. He's going to bobble it, but make the catch. Good job to come up with that one to the 44-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 5 yards. Just get what you can.
Yeah, and they're playing the 2-minute offense now. If you notice, that was a quick out to the sideline, go out of bounds, stop the clock. A good positive play. Keep going with a good time on the clock and 2 timeouts.
Williams favoring that right leg though, just for a second. Honeycutt in the backfield. Guerrero takes the snap. Looking to throw under pressure. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to gain a yard. I'm not sure if that was a designed run, but able to get something positive out of that one. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
No, I don't think that was a designed run. I think, again, the Stony Point defensive line beat the Patriot offensive line at the point of the attack line of scrimmage. We're able to get past him and put pressure on Guerrero, and he had he couldn't do anything but try to take off and get positive yards.
So Guerrero's going to have 3 wide. going to have Clater in the backfield with him. Clock moving. Guerrero takes the snap, steps up, and he's going to be sacked. No chance on that one. That was number 94, TJ Daniel, sophomore, on the sack.
Yeah, I think Daniel for the Tigers Daniel Tiger. He has been in a lot of these plays. If he hasn't made the tackle, he's been around disrupting things for the Patriots, where it's played havoc in their backfield, being able to run the football or even set up for a pass.
Now this is interesting. Looks like they might go for this one. I'm surprised the Tigers aren't taking a timeout here. They have 2 timeouts, and there's that timeout I was just talking about.
I think they caught the Stony Point coaching staff off guard there too, because you would think you would try to take that timeout, try to get this first down, to keep the drive going for the Patriots. But it looks like they're content to let the play clock run as far as possible. They may just try to be getting into the locker room, regroup, and come back and fight another day, so to say, in the second half.
I was more saying for the Tigers, I'm surprised they weren't taking a timeout because there's still time left on the clock.
Right.
Let that clock go down. So
yeah, like I said, I think they were surprised the Patriots didn't take a timeout. They were waiting for them to take a timeout, and when they realized, hey, they're not going to do it, okay, let's call it so we can have some time to potentially get another score going into halftime, and that's would play perfectly in that 2-for-1 situation because they're going to receive the ball to start the second half.
And there's Caleb Hill now coming out to punt this one away.
So looks like a bit of strategy from the Patriots coaching staff there.
38 seconds left to go. Now we're going to see Rhymes back to receive this one. Hill able to get the kick away. And see if it gets a good roll. No, it doesn't even stay within the field of play. One of his better kicks. But down at the 20-yard line. Takes about 6 seconds off the clock. So 32 seconds. And 1 timeout for the Tigers. They will receive the second half kickoff. The first half, there are some positives to take away from this first half for the Patriots. Some things to look at. And some other things you need to look at as well. We'll see if Robertson chooses to do as we get ready to go to halftime with 32 seconds left to go.
Yeah, you're really kind of far away to just do dink and dunk, a typical 2-minute offense here, get out of bounds. So let's see what they come up here. It doesn't look like they're going to just take a knee and go into the locker room up 14-0, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, you never know. I've seen stranger.
Yeah,
and
this is football, so yeah.
Their strategy of switching quarterbacks is no, they are going to hand it. Troyer's just going to take a knee, and that's just going to take us to the half. At least it should. Both teams are still on the field. Won't take a break until we see that clock officially hit triple zeros. I should say 4 zeros. And that will be the end of the first half. So the Tigers go 3 and out in their first drive, and then they score on back-to-back drives. And the Patriots come close, but they can't quite break through. Well, we're going to take a break and show you the band. Be back for the start of the second half, listening to Eastview Patriots football on the Vype Media Network.
Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
Together with the UIL are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation, that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit. Because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performance?
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same-day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today. Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also
Attention high school sports. Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
And as promised. As promised, here is the Eastview Patriot Band.
Sparkler David is Ellie Olsen. The Sparklers were led into the field represented by the 2025-2026 dance officers, Lieutenant Ella Dawson, Lieutenant Grace Whiting, First Lieutenant Alyssa Galini, and Captain Brooklyn Winslow. The Sparklers social officers are Caitlin Bailey, Spencer Porterfield, and Ashlyn Stearns. Tonight, the Sparklers will perform a streamer routine to I Got a Feeling. Take it away, Sparklers! Let's hear it for the Sparklers! The Sparklers dance team is under the direction of Tequila Short, assisted by April Pena. We would like to thank our best of the best season sponsors, AccuBuild, the Galini Firm, Texas Honey Ham, and Performing Arts Studio Georgetown. We appreciate your support. The Sparklers would like to wish the Stony Point Tiger dancers good luck with their football season and contest season this year. Tonight, the Eastview Band and Color Guard are performing their 25-26 season show, Wound Tight, featuring the music of Billie Eilish with original compositions by Michael Miller. Soloist, Alex Guerra. Let's hear it for the Eastview Patriot Band. And now, under the field direction of drum majors Regina Diaz, Talia Camarena, and Violet Hanna, we proudly present the Eastview Patriot Band and Red Poppy Color Guard. Band members of the week are Woodwind, Reed Fulmer. Brass, Micah Kinzer. Percussion, Leo Mason. And Poppy of the week is Ashley Cardenas-Denya. Section of the week, the euphonium. Thank you to Eastview Patriot Band directors Brent Poindexter, Bridget Johnson, and Andrew Blessinger. Color Guard directors Louis Flores and Salem Lyles. And associate staff members Reed Gubrecki, Alejandro Gonzalez, and Daniel Lander. The Eastview Band is sponsored by Cody Pools, the Anna and Anton Olson Legacy Foundation, Hoover Architects, catering by Moxie. Thanks to Georgetown ISD Superintendent Dr. David Hadaville, Director of Fine Arts Carol Watson, Fine Arts Assistants Amy Holmes and Gretchen Parker, and Eastview Principal Alfonso Longoria. The Eastview Band would like to wish the best of luck to our friends at Stony Point and success in their season.
And that was the Eastview High School Band performance in its entirety. We're going to bring you the second half here in about 5 minutes. You're listening to Eastview Patriot Football on Vype Live.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation, that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
With the start of the second half here at Birkelbach Field, and Brian Ray joined alongside Chris Cavazos. Not the first half that I think Eastview wanted. They had some success running the football on one drive, making it all the way to fourth and goal from the 2-yard line, but unable to cash the ticket into the end zone. Meanwhile, Stony Point went 3-and-out in their first drive, and not counting the last drive of the game, were very methodical running the football and able to score twice, making the score 14-0.
Yeah, it was a tough first half for the Patriots. They were in that scoring position early or late in the first quarter, but since then they really haven't sniffed the red zone. They really have to come back and try to make some adjustments here so they can try to stop Stony Point's run. That's really what's been the catalyst for their offensive success. But also try to get the run going on their end, because if they're able to get the run going, throw Stony Point's defense off balance, that opens up the passing game, and maybe they could come back into it. It's just a 2-score game. We still have a half of football left to play. So let's see what happens here and what the Patriots do to try to get back in this game.
It'll be Kevin Gonzalez, left-footed kicker, kick this one away. And it's a beauty, my goodness. All the way into the end zone. Gonzalez has got quite a leg on him. So it'll be first and 10, from the 25-yard line. Tigers seem to go back and forth with whoever they want to start at quarterback for each drive. First drive was Calbus. He went 3-and-out, and then Troyer came in there and led a very long 96-yard drive. Calbus came in, led a touchdown drive. So let's see who's in at quarterback now. And it will be Troyer, who ended the half. He just took a knee, though. Patriots would love to get him off the field. Sends Rhymes in motion. Troyer takes the snap. Flag comes in. And wrapped up in the backfield is Lloyden.
Yeah, that looks to be, it's going to be a false start on the Tigers.
I think so. Usually they blow those plays dead, but let's see here.
And now it could be encroachment, but I did see either the running back or the quarterback for the Tigers take a step forward aggressively, which they would call that a false start. So let's see what the call actually is. It looks like it may be against, let's see. False start against the Tigers.
Yeah, so usually they say they do a false start and they keep running the play, but because they got him in the backfield, it was a loss of 1 yard. I think they decided they'll just take the down on that one and rack it up to 2nd and 11. That crowd mic is really sensitive. Still getting our bearings on this season. Fakes handoff to Lloyden. Troyer trying to hook up with James in the flat. Just can't quite come up with it. Now it's 3rd and 11.
That was incomplete.
That was a quick little curl route right there. He just couldn't come up with the ball.
So 3rd and 11. Patriots would love to get a very quick 3-and-out.
This is exactly the start you want here on defense for the Patriots. It's 3rd and long. Stony Point is forced into a passing situation, so you have to defend that pass, stop him here, and get the ball back.
He's going to have trips to his left. Troyer back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He's got all kinds of room to run. He's going to be brought down from behind. Big play right there for the Patriots. It was only a 4-yard gain, an obvious punting situation. As the Pats get that 3 and out, they really want it.
Excellent defensive play there by the Patriots. This is exactly what you want to see coming out of the half. Stopping the run, breaking up their pass plays. Now the Tigers are forced to punt. Patriots will get the ball back, try to get some points on the board to start this second half.
Back to kick. Back to receive for East.
It's going to be Alan Blaylock. And it's a good kick. Blaylock not going to call for a fair catch, though. Makes one man miss, makes another man miss. Slips through 2 defenders, hanging onto the ball, and gets to the Patriots' 35-yard line. A bit of a risky play there to not just call for the fair catch.
Blaylock on the punt return.
But able to hold on to the football.
Yeah, he had a lot of Tigers around him. Could have been really easy to get a hat on that ball and knock it out, but he was able to hold on to it. And the Patriots get decent field position here to start their first offensive drive of the second half.
Guerrero from the gun. He'll have 3 wide. It's like Plater in the backfield. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to throw into the flat. Ball's going to be caught by Blaylock. Like that, William. No, it was Blaylock, excuse me. Gains 4 yards to the 39-yard line. Make it 2nd and 6.
Just a quick out there to get some positive yardage. 4 yards is a good gain. 2nd and 6 is manageable.
Takes the handoff, goes right back. Like the exact same play, though they had that one sniffed out. And they're going to lose a yard on that one.
There you saw a defensive back that was defending Williams on that play. He was looking at the eyes of the quarterback, looking right that way. That simple play was coming that way, was able to come in and make the tackle for a loss.
So make that 3rd and 7 now. Back to throw, under pressure, takes a deep shot downfield into double coverage. No flag, incomplete, intended for Sam Williams. And believe it or not, I think he actually may have had a shot at that one. But just falls incomplete, so 3 and out for the Patriots.
Yeah, it looks like it did come off the fingertips of Williams' hand, but double coverage there. That was a risky throw. Luckily, it didn't come up with the INT, and the Patriots are forced to go.
Hill in to punt, Rhymes back to receive. Hill, punt this one away, Rhymes, and he muffs it. The ball's on the ground, and Rhymes able to pick it up. Oh my goodness. Almost a huge break for the Patriots.
If the Patriots covered that a little bit quicker, it would have been a turnover. But fortunately, the Stony Point player was able to come back with it after muffing the football, avoids disaster.
Stony Point takes over. 1st and 10.
Oh my goodness, that close. As it stands, though, it's down to the 27-yard line.
Let's see if the Patriots come up with another defensive stand like they did the first drive of this game.
It's Calbus from the gun. Takes a snap, taking a shot downfield. It's going to be intercepted by the Patriots. A defensive stand. How about the first turnover of the season?
And it couldn't have come at a most perfect time. Calbus put a little bit too much air under that ball, allowed the Patriot defender to come underneath, make the pick. It's going to be Patriot football.
And it was Manny Williams on the interception, perfectly defended there. And they needed that turnover bad. Now let's see if they can pick up a first down here. So it's good.
And these things can help swing momentum. So hopefully the Patriots could take this, pull the momentum into their favor, and try to get some points on the board.
So 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. They're going to hand off Clater, trying to go around the outside. He's got room on the outside. He's going to get to the corner. Flag comes in from the secondary. We'll check that flag. No signal yet. Looks like it might be on the Patriots. And it will be.
Holding. Defense number 10.
Oh, hold on a minute.
So, looks like there was some confusion there in the officials.
So Guerrero was already signaling everyone to come back, and they were moving back that way. He said holding, and then it was on the defense. And now they're going to go quickly to the line of scrimmage because there was a lot of confusion there. Now the chain gain's moving back. I think he may have made a mistake. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, I'm confused here.
Was it a spot foul?
Correction. Holding was on offense number 10. That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
Okay, there we go.
Well, like you mentioned, this is the first game for the officials as well.
Yep.
They're going to have a couple of hiccups, so give them a little bit of grace. Unfortunately, that call went against the Patriots. So now we're looking at a first and long.
First and 20.
Yep.
Talk about momentum shifts after that interception. You had that, decent gain on first down, and then that holding just brings you right back. Guerrero, though, is going to tuck it in and run. Try and get it to the second. Bounce out will be tackler. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Big gain there on his first and long. It's an 11-yard gain. Makes it now 2nd and 9. So go ahead.
No, great play by Guerrero using his legs to get penalty yardage back. Now they're at a 2nd and 9, and let's see if they can get some decent yardage here to make it a 3rd and short.
Don't want to waste too much time going back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9. Ball at the 47-yard line. Takes the snap, looking to throw, finds Blaylock, who's got nowhere to go with the football and is tackled maybe back at the original line of scrimmage. That pass just a little bit high. I mentioned earlier that can mess up the timing a little bit because he had to get up and grab it and make sure he had it controlled before he came back down. Makes it now 3rd and 10.
That's exactly what happened. The ball was a little bit high. The receiver had to go up and get it. That gives the defense a half a second, and that's all it takes for them to be in position to make the play to stop a big game.
Patriots would love to get a first down here. Guerrero back to throw. He's under pressure. He's got all kinds of room to run. Gets a block. Got the first down at the 30-yard line and is knocked out of bounds. No flag at the 27-yard line. Guerrero saw he had nobody open. Decided to tuck that one in and run. It's a huge gain on 3rd and long.
Guerrero is single-handedly with his legs keeping the Patriots in this game, making play after play with his legs. Obviously, unless that's what you plan for your quarterback, you don't want him to run all the time. You want to keep him as safe as possible, but excellent play there by Guerrero.
You obviously see the field. Guerrero back to throw, taking a shot at the end zone. Blaylock is open. It's just incomplete, just out of the reach. He had Blaylock open at the corner of the end zone, and just a little bit out of reach. But I don't just like the play call there. Take a shot at the end zone after a big play on 3rd and long. Makes it now 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's the perfect place. You're close to the red zone. It's 1st and 10. That's when you take a shot like that, and it almost paid off for him there. Just outside of his reach.
Tiny bit out of the reach. And we talked about how quick the first half went. This second half is off to a very slow start. 8:05 left to play here as they're trying to throw the football a bit more. They're going to hand this one off to Clater. Clater reverses field, gets a block. It's another block at the 15-yard line, pushed out of bounds after a first down. May give him even more yardage. The judge on the far side gives it all the way out to the 12.
Great run by Clater there, reversing his field, seeing the open field, taking it and able to get a big explosive play here, putting him inside the red zone, 1st and 10.
Good job on the blocking, able to create some space there. They're going to fake the handoff, take a shot at the corner. The end zone's got a man open and just out of reach, intended for Caleb Hill. They had him open.
They had that play executed perfectly, had the fade over to the corner. just a little bit too much air, just out of reach of the receiver.
And they needed that one. I'm sure Guerrero would love to have that one back. Guerrero back to throw again. Throws into the flat. Ball is caught by Sam Williams.
Reception made by
Gain
Sam
of
Williams.
4 yards, maybe 5.
Joaquin Pena.
Makes it 3rd down. They can get the first down without the touchdown. They can get to the 3-yard line and gets them a first down. Makes it now 3rd and 6.
Another quick out, gets a good chunk of yardage, make it 3rd and manageable. Still can get a first down. Let's see what happens here.
Guerrero back to throw. No, he's going to tuck it in and run. He's got some room. At the outside, Guerrero's into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots.
A perfectly designed quarterback run there. Perfect blocking by the Patriots. Were able to make Guerrero free. He was able to get that corner and get the touchdown.
Able to score after the interception. Man, the Patriots needed that one. And they got it done on the ground and through the air. Gonzalez in to attempt the extra point, and it is up. It is good. First touchdown of the season goes to Gourmet Guerrero. And it's 14-7. And there's been 2 possessions by both teams, and there's 7:17 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Football is a really weird game.
Yep. Both teams took to the air a little bit more the opening of this 3rd quarter, hence it's dragging
a little bit.
That was an excellent drive there by the Patriots. Coming off the turnover, they took that momentum, and on the legs of Guerrero and Clater were able to get down and get the touchdown. They're right back in this game, and let's see if they can come up with another defensive stand, get the ball back, and let's tie it up.
Absolutely. And one thing I just want to mention is, like, with Guerrero with those runs, especially on that 3rd and long, I think that was a designed passing play, and Guerrero just saw what the defense was giving him and decided to tuck down in and run. Obviously, you don't want to do that all the time, but it's a good job by him, my young quarterback, just to look upfield and go, okay, what do we have? And just take what the defense is giving you.
Yeah, to me, it looked like it was a design run, but definitely, Brian, it could have been a situation where he made his reads real quick. No one was open, but he noticed the green grass in front of him, took off, and able to get that score.
Gonzalez and to kick this one off. This one's going to be fielded inside the 5-yard line. Get our first really true return. Turns this one upfield and brought down at the 46-yard line. My goodness, Justin Thompson with a full head of steam, able to find some open space and get a huge return.
That was an excellent return by Thompson. Puts the Tigers in a good field position. Not where you want to put your defense, but you still have a half a field before you get to Clater. Let's see if the Patriots defense can rise up and get a stop here. They've been successful the last 2 drives, so let's see if they're able to do the same here.
I'm not sure I'd kick the ball to that guy anymore, though. So, keeping with fashion, Schroyer back in at quarterback after Cowboys threw the interception on the last drive. He's going to send Oliver James in motion. He's going to hand this one off to Milligan. Milligan has some space. Milligan into the secondary. And just like that, the Tigers answer back. 54 yards on the scamper by Marcus Milligan. And it's a 2-score game once again.
Yeah, that's not how you want. After you get a score, that's not how you want. The Tigers' offensive line sealed that edge perfectly. Milligan was able to hit that hole, and it was really daylight in front of him. He outran the rest of the defense, got the score.
Tyler White in to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Mason Troyer. High snap, but able to get that one down and up. White kicks it over the fence and through the uprights. It's 21-7. Well, that drive, 1 play, 54 yards. I'll do some math there in my head. To Pater.
You can do that, 'cause I can't.
I'm a bank teller, I have to. That's my job. Oh, my goodness.
Thankfully, this isn't our real job because I don't know how long we would last.
I like to think I'd last at least a game, maybe a quarter, a couple, 2 innings.
A play.
A play. Yeah, there you go. Before they come in the booth and go, what are you doing in here?
So we're still here halfway through the third quarter. The game is not over. Yes, that's a demoralizing play, getting a score on the first play of that drive. But now Eastview is a gut check time for Eastview. They need to come out and try to get something here. Obviously, get another score to answer that score, make it a one-score game again. But if anything, try to take some time off this clock. The clock, unlike the first half, this third quarter, the clock is really, really dragging. So you want to take some time off the clock. Obviously, you're behind. You would like more time. But from what I'm seeing, churn some time out. Get a score, make it a one-score game, and then regroup.
Well, you just come off a touchdown drive. You had momentum on your side. And that, like we said, it is kind of demoralizing when that happens. Another very short kick, and they're going to field this one. He's going to try to return it, and he makes room. It's Honeycutt, and he gets past the 40-yard line to the 43.
So a great start here, getting to the 43-yard line. Good field position to start this drive. Again, you guys to come out and be focused and try to get down the field and get another score to answer that quick touchdown.
Last drive, they threw the ball a little bit, and they had some plays trying to go to the end zone. They had some guys open, unable to connect, but there's something there. They can find those connections. Guerrero called this number quite a bit, and able to pick up some big yards there. Honeycutt now in at running back.
They say, football is a game of inches. Well, if a ball was placed a couple inches here, a couple inches there, it would be a different ball game right now. But yeah, let's see what the Patriots come up with.
Guerrero back to throw. He's got a man open downfield. It's caught. It's Caleb Hill. He's going to go in the end zone. Touchdown.
That's the way you answer a quick score with a quick score of your own.
I mentioned that there was something there, and Guerrero had Hill open on the far sideline. He's able to waltz on into the end zone, and both teams with a one-play touchdown drive. And this one's Cormac Guerrero getting his first touchdown pass of the season. This has been a really wild third quarter already. Both teams have scored. And Gonzalez's extra point attempt is up. It is true. Off the locker room roof. 6:39 left to play. There's been 21 points scored total by both teams. And this is crazy.
Yeah, that one play, it looked to me just a simple wheel route by the Patriots, and Stony Point completely busted that coverage, left him wide open. He was able to race in for the touchdown, pretty much untouched.
And there's something to build on right there. They maybe found something in the secondary that they can exploit, but now they have to get that stop. Last time they got that touchdown, they gave up the long run for the score. So this time, they got to try to get the ball back, keep them out of the end zone. But so far, they came out of the second half looking like a much different team. Last season, the Patriots almost were like the cardiac kids. They had so many close games coming out of that second half, and so many close games that didn't quite go their way. You don't want to live like that forever, but it's nice to know you can kind of come back and make those adjustments. And it's nice to see Robertson has made some adjustments coming out of the locker room.
And this just shows the character of the coaching staff of the Patriots. With a quick score like that, like what Stony Point did previously, that could be demoralizing. It can get your team down, and that could spell impending doom for the rest of the game. But with the character that the coaching staff instills in this team, they were able to stay focused. And look, they're right back in this game exactly where they were previously.
Short kick, the ball is dropped. And it's covered up by Sean Bradley. Gonzalez decided, and I mentioned earlier after the big run by Justin Thompson, they said, maybe don't kick it that guy, and they decided not to kick it to him. So Bradley makes the catch, but he drops it. It's
That's why, you know, you do, obviously you don't want to kick to a speedster or a great return guy. That's obvious. But you kick those short little pooch kicks because those up men don't really handle the ball much. And so when they see it coming to them, you know, they can get a little nervous, be like, oh, it's coming to me. And that's where the mistakes happen. When drop balls, muff balls happen, you have an opportunity to pick it up. So, you know, you use that to your advantage.
Looks like Lloyd in the backfield. Wynn takes the snap and immediately swallowed up. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. That was about it.
Yeah, I would have called that a loss of a yard, but we're not on the field. Perfect gang tackling by the defensive line of the Patriots there, noticing where the ball was coming, taking their hat to the point of the ball, point of the attack, taking it down for it. Actually, they're pulling it back. They're actually losing.
I was about to say, Chris, yeah, they agreed with you.
I'm glad someone did.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So 2nd and 11 now. It's Kalbas back in at quarterback. He's going to have 4 wide and trips to his left. Back to throw. He's under pressure. He shakes off a tackle, shakes off another tackle, still running. He's going to be brought down from behind, but it's able to get positive yardage to the 32-yard line. He was almost tackled for a loss in the backfield twice, but still able to keep the pursuit going and not have to get any further once he got past the line of scrimmage.
Kalbas looks, you know, he's a big kid. He's probably not weak, so arm tackles are not going to work for him. You really have to wrap him up and bring him to the ground, because if you try to tackle him by nudging him or with an arm tackle, you're not going to bring him to the ground. So
a big 3rd down right here. I know it's only the 3rd quarter, but you love to get him off the field here. Kalbas takes a snap, hand off to Lloyden. Now make that Milligan, and he's got nowhere to go. Huge loss on that one. Back to the 31-yard line, and the Patriots defense has stepped up.
The front 7 of the Patriots defense have come to play this second half. There's really been nothing up the middle available for the Tigers to utilize in the running game. You know, that big run that they had, it was off to the outside, but in the middle, they're becoming stout, and they're not giving anything to the Tigers, forcing a punt here to get the ball back and potentially tie this game.
Blaylock back to receive this one. That almost got a hand on that one. Blaylock is going to let this one bounce, and he's going to just wisely choose to stay away from this one as it rolls to the 26-yard line. So, not counting the Milligan 54-yard touchdown run, the drives for the Tigers have gone 3-and-out, interception, and then another 3-and-out. So this defense has definitely come to play, and now they have an opportunity to try to tie this one up.
And again, I point to the character that this team has this season. You know, with a quick score play like that, it is demoralizing, can get you down, and you're really not the same after that. But the defense has come to play the second half, and it showed. With the exception of that long touchdown run, they're hardening up and becoming stout and not allowing easy runs.
The Tigers defense looked a little confused right there. A tip ball drill caught by Blaylock. Flag comes in on both sides. Might be holding. But good job by Blaylock to catch that one on the tip ball.
Yeah, normally I would say, where the flag is placed that it's holding, but then there's another flag close to the sideline there. So there could be, they could have called the same thing. It could be 2 infractions. Let's see what's going on.
Might be an eligible man downfield. I saw him put his hand on his, hat in his head. Hand on his hat, I should say. But let's check the flag right there. That's why you run those tip ball drills. Just waiting for a signal from the official. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's tough. When your quarterback's running around, your instinct is to go down and block.
Yeah.
But sometimes that instinct can work against you because you end up throwing the ball, you're past the line of scrimmage, you're going to get that call. That's just unfortunate, but it's the rule of the game.
Yeah. No, makes it 1st and long, though we had 1st and long last time, and that drive ended with a touchdown. So it is not Dev sentence. This time it's only a 5-yard penalty, so it brings it back to the 21-yard line. Guerrero takes a snap, throws it to Hill in the flat. Hill cannot shake a defender, but able to get back to the line of scrimmage. If Hill breaks that guy, he's got nothing in front of him.
Yeah, it looked like for maybe half a second, quarter of a second, he bobbled the ball. That gave the defender enough time to regroup and make the stop there for just a very minimal gain.
So 2nd and 9 now, well, at the 27-yard line. Guerrero takes a snap, looking to throw. He's thrown to the corner. He's got a man open. It's incomplete, intended for Williams. No flag. The coach's room right next to us, they are looking for a flag. They're not going to get it. And Williams had a step on the defender. It was defended by Joaquin Pena. It makes it now 3rd and 9.
Yeah, it looked like the defender, Pena, kind of laid on him and slowed down the receiver, didn't allow him to make that catch. I would have called that interference, but again, it's the first game for the refs to give him some grace.
So
later in the season, we won't though.
Maybe not, yeah. 3rd and 9, maybe the game goes on later. Guerrero under pressure, trying to get around the corner. He's got some room, but not a lot. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st down to the 35-yard line. So that penalty definitely cost them a little bit. And after the big 3-and-out, then Patriots will have their own 3-and-out as they will be forced to punt.
Yeah, it looked like he was wanting to go deep. Obviously, you know, it was 3rd and long, and it just seemed like no one was open. Again, tried to take off and makes a play with his legs. The defense was just ready for him, was able to corral him and stop him short.
Able to punt this one away. High kick, not a lot of distance. And just going to the out of bounds. I don't think he was really trying to get that one in the hands of anybody. Not one of his better punts. And in fact, it goes right to the home. He's still moving his feet. Oh, I don't think that's a good spot at all, personally. He's on the field, but 45. That is a net punt of 15 yards. Oh my goodness.
You know, you try to kick out of bounds when you're punting. Again, it's a tactic to try to keep it out of a dangerous return. But you really have to be particular where you place it, because if you let it fly off to the side, that's where you get punts like this, where you only net 15 yards. So let's see if the Patriot defense can kind of make up for that and get a stop.
It's tough to do. Takes a snap, handoff, going to the outside, trying to get up the middle, gains about a yard. It's Lloyden on the carry. Makes it now 2nd and 9.
Eastview defender actually did a really good job. Came from behind, grabbed his jersey, grabbed Lloyden's jersey, and did not let go. Was able to bring him down for just a gain of a yard. That could have been a lot more, but just a gain of a yard, make it 2nd and 9.
So 2nd and 9, it's actually Troyer in that quarterback. He's going to have 3 wide to his left. He's going to have 2 in the backfield this time. It's James and Lloyden. He's going to send James in motion. Back to throw. Looks like he's setting up a screen. Steps up in the pocket. Sacked. Back to the 49-yard line. Big sack right there for the Patriots.
Yeah, that's going to be sack there. The quarterback had no idea he was there. He thought he was stepping up to the clean pocket, but the Patriot defender was there and able to take him down for the sack.
Holland able to get in there and get the play.
And now we're looking at 3rd and 15, 3rd and 14.
3rd and 14.
That's where you want to have it.
Just try to keep everything in front of you. Don't let them get this 1st down. Don't let them get anywhere close. You want this to be an obvious punting situation after this play is over. But it all starts with getting a stop right here. Troyer back to throw. Under pressure immediately. Fights out of it. Gets it out to Lloyden. Lloyden loses his hat. I should say loses his helmet. A flag comes in. I don't think he intentionally took his helmet off.
I think he was ripped off. So
yeah,
that might be a personal foul. But let's see what's going on.
Usually when the helmet comes off, the play is blown dead immediately. don't know how you lose your helmet, though. I've played football. I played Pee-wee, but I played football. That helmet stays on your head. It's hard to take off.
Personal foul, face mask.
Yeah.
Number 28. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run.
Yes, that's very unfortunate because they were looking at a 4th and long, most likely a punt by Stony Point. Now it's 1st and 10 from the
32, yeah.
Yard line, yep.
Just backbreaking. Milligan in the backfield. And they're going to hand off Milligan, trying to go around the outside. Now turns up the middle. And be gang tackled, but to the 28-yard line.
Marcus Milligan on the carry.
Those penalties, they just, as a coach, frustrate you.
Yeah, those personal foul penalties and turnovers. You have too many of those, it's going to be real hard to keep football going. The good thing about it is those things are corrected. It's coaching, you can correct them, and so that you don't make those same mistakes.
Those 2nd and 6. And the play clock's at 2. I think Tigers have got to take a timeout. There's 47 seconds left in the 3rd quarter in what has been a very long 3rd quarter.
But we actually had some fireworks with 2 quick scores.
2 quick scores. There's been 3 touchdowns total. It's been a very exciting 3rd quarter. And we mentioned earlier, you said the first half went by kind of quickly, and I said, I think you may have jinxed us there. And so sure enough.
You know what? If time was moving slowly and nothing was happening on the field, then yeah, that's unfortunate. But you know, I was happy to see that both teams were able to come up. Their offenses came alive, and especially for Eastview, their defense came alive at the beginning of the 3rd quarter with some key stops here. They need another one now. You don't want to get into the 4th quarter with a 2-score deficit. So at 2nd and 6, they need to get a stop here.
2nd and 6 on the 28-yard line. Troyer from the gun. He's going to have Milligan in the backfield, 3 wide. James in there to block. They're going to fake the handoff to Milligan. They're going to throw it out to James in the flat. James has got all kinds of room to run, but a great tackle from behind. It looked like he was just going to waltz into the end zone, but a great job getting him from behind. I think that was Jelani Culpepper.
Oliver Jennings on the reception.
Yeah, he broke free there, used his athleticism to make that move to run in. But yeah, the Patriot defender was able to get there, make the stop short of the goal line. It's 1st and goal from the 4. It's a tough spot to be in. Not impossible to come out and get the stop here to at least not get a touchdown.
And off to Milligan, going up the middle, trying to go on the outside, and doing a good job there by pushing him back. He gains a yard. And just going back to that Culpepper tackle, that's why they say you never give up on a play. I thought he was going to for sure waltz into the end zone. And instead, we're going to go to the 4th quarter. It's only a 1-score game, although the Tigers are knocking on the door.
Yeah, there was another bit where the front 7 for the Patriots made the initial contact, slowed him down, and then everyone put their hat on the football, was able to get a stop for him in the game, kept him out of the end zone, lived to fight another down. Do that a couple more times, you can get a turnover on downs, get to the field goal, make it be a little bit more manageable so that you can get back to this game.
So it's in between quarters, and if I may take a second, they're playing a scene from Saturday Night Live on the scoreboard. You don't have to show it, but it's a scene where Will Ferrell's dancing for some team. As the season goes on, you'll see some of the cheerleaders and some of the dancers will actually learn the dance that they're doing. I saw this last season. So just kind of a bit of a note I just wanted to take note on, because I thought that was actually kind of cool and actually very funny.
No, I grew up on SNL.
Yeah.
My father loved to watch it every Saturday.
Yeah.
So it was a habit of mine. I can't say that I watch it religiously anymore, but definitely that skit
Oh, I had that skit on DVD growing up, so that's why I'm like, I remember that skit very well. That's their fourth quarter rally song as we begin the fourth quarter. Score is 21-14. Tigers leading the Patriots. Tigers, like I said, knocking on the door. It is second down. The scoreboard says first and goal, but it is second and goal. There we go. Milligan in the backfield. They're going to send one receiver wide. They're going to hand off to Milligan. Then he's just going to go in the end zone. Touchdown.
Yeah, Patriot defender had an opportunity to bring him down in the end zone, but Milligan was just a little bit too fast. Was able to outrun him and get that corner to get the score.
Well, the Tigers answer back once again. It's still now a 2-score game. Tigers been playing from behind all night. They've got it within one score a couple times. You don't want to be playing from behind every night. And the extra point is up and good from Tyler White. So the Patriots are once again behind by 14. Things to build off of, but I think one thing you would look at is the penalties are a big thing you want to avoid going forward, because there's been some big backbreaking penalties on defense as well as on offense. You haven't backed them up going up first and long, and they had to stop there on third down, but the face mask, that is what extended the drive and led to the touchdown.
Yeah, that face mask penalty was definitely a killer. Again, allowed the drive to continue. Unfortunately, it ended in a score. Like I said, those are coachable things that can be fixed. But really, when we talk about tonight, you have to try to do your best to stay disciplined and not make those types of mistakes that cost yards, and keep drives alive. But we still, the fourth quarter just started. It's a 2-score game again, and there's still time to make this a ball game, come back in, tie the score. So it starts here. Let's get a good drive here and punch it into the end zone.
Tyler White to kick this one away. 11:56 left to play in the ball game. Patriots still have all 3 timeouts. Tigers have just 2. Looking forward to next week. They will play Burnett. And that game will be a away game, and they're going to get a little bit of a break here as White kicks this one out of bounds.
So they should take it, and they should end up on the 35-yard line.
I'm not a kicker, but I've always been amazed to me that a kicker can hit the ball in between the uprights. But when it comes to keeping it on the field when it's 55 yards long, sometimes that's a little bit tricky to do.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's difficult. But, you kick that ball wrong just a half inch, and it could go crazy on you. And I'm going to chalk it up to that. That's probably what happened here. They haven't kicked deep a lot. They've been doing those little, pooch kicks on the kickoff. So they decided to kick it deep. Maybe he was still in that short kickoff type of mentality, and it just hit that ball just a little bit off, and it flutters on you. It looks like that would happen.
Anyone that's played golf knows if you hit your driver just a slightly long or you're in the wrong spot, well, that's what can happen to you.
Yep. Exactly.
2 in the backfield. You're going to have Honeycutt as well as Clater, and trying to set up a screen pass. It was a forward pass, and Clater just dropped out. No, that was a little bit high. Maybe a little fortunate he didn't come up with that one, because I'm not sure how far he would have gone with it. Makes it now his 2nd and 10.
I know a lot of people say, well, that's a simple pass, but really it's not. Your body's twisted. You're trying to throw sideways, and you have to have a lot of control to make that pass and catch. So, fortunately, he wasn't able to come up with it.
Similar formation, similar play, and this time it wasn't intended for Clater once again, and Guerrero maybe got a little quick with that one, just off the mark.
Yeah, it looked like Guerrero tried to release that ball in the middle of a stride. It's really tough because you don't have your footing in the middle of a running stride, and again, that could cause the ball to go haywire.
3rd and 10, ball at the 30-yard line. We're going to go 5 wide here. Carroll back to throw. He's going to take a shot downfield. He's got Blaylock open, and Blaylock comes up with it. Oh my goodness.
That was an excellent play by Blaylock to make that catch in between 2 Tiger defenders. Also, give it up to
Number 94, the defense.
There's also a flag, roughing the passer, but excellent pass by Guerrero in the heat with someone in his face to actually, get that ball off and put it on the mark where the catch could be made.
And good job by Blaylock. And that's a big penalty after that play. Is Blaylock made the adjustment. He turned around. That ball was slightly underthrown. He came back and was able to make the play. Now let's see if the Patriots can take advantage of a penalty.
Yeah, one play and a penalty, and they're in the red zone already.
Guerrero with Honeycutt in the backfield. They're going to take a shot at the end zone. They got Hill open and just out of reach again. That's the second time tonight they've taken that shot at the end zone, trying to find Caleb Hill. And that's a similar play that they ran earlier that went for the long gain and the touchdown in the 3rd quarter. So they have something there going to that corner. They just have not quite hooked up on it in the end zone.
That's I believe, the 3rd time in the end zone where they run that fade to the corner, and the receiver is open. It's just beyond the fingertips of him. That's a timing play. Again, that's something that can be fixed in practice, but man, you need that tonight. You need it right now.
Guerrero with the snap. Goes over the middle. Ball is caught. Trying to get in the end zone is Blaylock. Touchdown, Patriots. And they answer back. Blaylock with the big play on 3rd down. And this time, he finds the end zone. 2nd touchdown through the air tonight for Guerrero. He's been responsible for every touchdown tonight for the Patriots. 1 on the ground and 2 through the air.
Yeah, the receiver was just running a simple crossing route, but the entire Stony Point defense cleared that side. So once he hit that and he made that catch, yeah, he had to evade one defender, but it was basically smooth sailing to the end zone.
Interesting decision. They're going to go for 2. They're going to fake the handoff to Honeycutt. Guerrero cannot quite get through, and it's an 8-point game. Interesting decision there. Try to go for 2. It's still a 1-score game, but now you got to get the 2-point conversion for the tie. Still good job there by the Patriots to find the end zone. 11:22 left to play. They need to get in there and stop.
Yeah, there's like a card that coaches, I've seen it where in certain scenarios, down in distance, score, time of the ball game, it recommends what you do with the point after. And I guess if this scenario called for a 2-point conversion, that's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of too. So 28-20, Patriots trailing the Tigers. Trying to get the ball back. They've had chances a couple times tonight to try to tie this game up, but they're able to respond. Just can they get that golden touchdown?
Now they actually need another defensive stop. The last drive, obviously was aided by some penalties for Stony Point. So let's see if they can clean that up. Because the Patriots defense they've been playing pretty good defense the second half, but penalties and other mistakes have cost them. So let's see what happens.
It's James Flax just come flying in on return there by Oliver James. There's been a lot of penalties in this one.
So I would say that it's possibly a block in the back, but let's see what is called. Normally, when you see that on the flags on the outside, it's a block in the back return, but let's see what's called.
A lot of flags.
Holding, number 31 of the return team. 10-yard penalty for spot and foul. First down.
So that's a positive play for the Patriots there. Put them back 10 yards, which could have been decent field position. Now they're back to, I guess we'll call it like average starting field position. Again, let's pin them back and see if we can get a stop here. The defense has been playing well, with the exception of those mistakes and penalties. So if they can keep it up, clean up those penalties, they're going to be right back in this game. I mean, they're in it now, but they're going to have an opportunity to tie it up if they can get the ball back. So let's see if the Patriot defense can rise to the occasion.
Time left, 11-13. Calvis from the gun. Looks like he's got Lloyd in the backfield with him. Sends James in motion. He's going to hand off to Lloyd, and Lloyd trying to go around the outside, and he's going to be swallowed up in the backfield by Noah Thornburg. They're going to say forward progress got him back to the line of scrimmage.
That did not look like he made it to the line of scrimmage.
It did not, no.
At all, but fine. But yes, that's the flying attacking defense of the Patriots, getting to the ball, making the stop, not allowing the big play. If he would have made it past that initial defender, he did have some daylight in front of him. But because that stop was made, it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 25. 3 wide. Calvis back to throw. He's got time. Throwing downfield. He's got a man wide open, and it's Rhymes. And he's just going to go in the end zone. Rhymes was all by himself out there. And as another touchdown for the Tigers, and that's a backbreaker.
Yeah, that was, it looked like he had busted coverage. He was able to break free of the post, and the quarterback was able to hit him for the long touchdown pass.
Once again, a 2-score game. White in to attempt the extra point. Snap is a bit high. Kick is up. It's good. Makes the score 35-20.
So still a 2-score game. But again, time is ticking off the clock. When you have these quick scores, again, it's really hard to come back from mentally. But again, it seems like the character of this team is different. Let's see if they can come out and, again, get something done on offense. Get another score. You're back in the position you were before this score from Stony Point. And, try to make an effort to tie it up going in near the end of the game. I mean, 10 minutes left. You have a lot of time. You just have to keep your head in the game. Don't let that quick score get you down, and come out and fight.
Absolutely. Come out and fight. And, just keep your head down. Try your best. And it's still plenty of time. There's 21 points, or 20 points, I should say, scored in the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. This is how crazy this game has gone so far. But like I said, it just takes one big play, one stop. You can tie this one up. You just got to get that stop. Kick is away. Going to be taken by Blaylock. Gets to the 20, to the 25, and wrapped up out of bounds. And they're going to say at the 27, maybe 26, 27-yard line.
J.C. Amachi.
See who they said tackled him. Trying to see how he spells his name.
Decent field position to start this drive. Again, they don't have to be in a hurry, be in a panic. Take their time, run their normal offense. Really no need for a 2-minute type of offense here. Hurry up, run your normal offense, get the yards you need, make it into the end zone, get some score here to stay in this game.
Still plenty of time left. And they're going to fake the handoff, trying to find Blaylock, and that one just sailed on him.
Yeah, Blaylock had that he was open right there. He had some daylight too. The ball just sailed on Guerrero.
On the coverage.
Guerrero already with 2 touchdown passes tonight. Guerrero taking it from the gun. They will hand this one off to Clater. They're trying to go on the outside. He's going to be out of bounds. Let's see where they spot him. At the 31, 32-yard line. So a gain of 5, maybe 6 yards. Actually, no, they're going to say it was out at the 30-yard line, excuse me.
3rd down and 7 for the Patriots.
3rd and 7. They have to get to the 38 for a first down.
So not an insurmountable down and distance here, but not where you want to be. Let's see what the Patriots dial up to try to get this first down.
Might see a little short pass play here, maybe a screen. You know, they will hand it off, and he's got nowhere to go with this one. The Tigers had that one read from the get-go. And Hill's going to come in to punt this one away, it looks like.
Yeah, T.J. Daniel just burst through the offensive line, was able to meet the runner before the line of scrimmage. That play had no chance.
Excuse me, he's not going to be Caleb Hill to punt this one away. I see him still on the sideline. Wait a minute. Guerrero's now running out there. I think so. There's some confusion there.
Okay.
All right, let's see what he can do.
I don't know if we would have trickeration here, but nope, it's a punt.
And it's a good one. It's a great one. It's a phenomenal punt. It doesn't take a good bounce, but that's a good punt.
Yeah, that is a flip the field punt right there. So excellent punt there by Guerrero.
I love me some special teams, and that was down at the 22-yard line. When I was a kid, I had like a little junior football. I used to kick constantly in the backyard, and I was convinced I was going to be a kicker or a punter. There was just one problem. I couldn't kick very well. It may have also been a Nerf football, actually. And you can kick those things a mile.
Yes.
Unless you get them wet.
I forgot the Nerf football that was real popular. That was like a Vortex. I think it was called a Vortex. And you could throw that 100 yards.
Oh, that thing was awesome.
Yeah.
Love that thing. Well, 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Milligan in the backfield. They will hand off Milligan, trying to go around the outside. He's got some room to the outside. Bounces off would-be tackler, but he's brought down at the 30-yard line. Now, Chris, here's a pop quiz for you. What does NERF stand for?
You know what? I just told that to somebody like a month ago. I don't remember.
Non-expanding recreational foam.
Ah, there we go. I knew it had something to do with foam.
Just something I remembered. So 2nd and 2 from the 30-yard line. Destroyer, the handoff Milligan. Same play. Going around to the outside. He's got the first down. Pushed out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
So we have 8:28 left in this game. This could be the point where Stony Point is going to say, hey, I'm just going to trust my offensive line. I'm going to trust my running backs. I'm just going to run the ball down your throat to kill time. This is another gut check moment for the Patriot defense. They have to stop that run. If they can't stop the run, the clock is going to run out on them, and there's not going to be enough time to try to score any points. So let's see what happens.
Additionally, Robson said one of his things he wanted to stop the run, and Milligan will take the handoff again. It is almost the same play, but a big tackle right there by the Patriots. Trying to see who it was on that tackle. Looks like it was Manny Williams.
Yeah, that was that. You know, maybe you would have an issue with how he picked him up off the ground and essentially did a body press on him, this WWE body press. But from my vantage point, that was a pretty good fit.
I'll give you credit for actually calling it WWE. A lot of guys still call it WWF for some reason. I'll give you credit for that.
I'm just trying to be correct.
You are correct.
In my heart, it's going to be WWF, but WWF.
Yeah, I'm with you. 2nd and 8. It's like Milligan's still in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Milligan. This time going the other direction. Flag comes in the backfield as soon as that ball was snapped.
Let's see what this call is. It's in the vicinity of holding.
It was a very quickly thrown flag.
We do have it.
Like a false start. We're having that official timeout, our first of the evening. Maybe you talked about cramping earlier. Could have just been something like that.
It's good to see, you don't ever want to see a young man, high school football player down on the ground and feel injured. But it's just like any other sport. If you're on the ground injured, it's always good to see to come off the field under your own power. You really don't want to have the stretcher or have the cart or obviously, God forbid, have an ambulance come get you. So it's good to see the young man come off on his own power.
I've seen that. It's not fun, but
not fun at all.
Good to see that. So back to it. Very short official timeout is 2nd and 13 after the penalty. I think it may have been a false start.
Looks like Patriots are bringing the blitz.
And Lloydon's going to take the snap, brought down from behind. He gets to the line of scrimmage, just a little past it. And that's going to make it.
It's going to be third and 9. Came back to the original line of scrimmage. Remember, they had the 5-yard penalty. And this is where the Patriots kind of want to be. It's 3rd and long. The Tigers have been effective running the football, even in down and distance long situations. They could come up with a stop here. Again, they'll be back in business with 6:47 left in the game.
And all 3 timeouts, too.
All 3 timeouts to try to eat into this lead of the Tigers and make a competitive effort to try and tie it or win it. Here comes the blitz.
Troyer's back to throw. He's going to take a shot, and it's going to be caught for a first down. It's Tristan Rhymes. He's been a pest tonight.
Yeah, that was a little bit longer out route, but perfectly timed. He was able to make the throw, and the receiver was able to make the catch. First down for the Tigers. Again, Patriots defense just has to try to find a stop here. Clock has stopped because of the first down. So
now they move the chains.
They move the chains, yep. And so let's see what the defense comes up here. They have to get a stop here. They cannot afford either to just have them keep taking little chunks of yards to wind the clock down, or another score.
Hand off to Lloydon, going around the outside and spins off a tackler. And they're going to say that spin move he did, his knee touched the ground, which looked like it did to me. It looks like a 5-yard gain into opponent's territory at the 47-yard line.
So yeah, it looks like the Tigers are in the mode here to just try to run this clock out. Yeah, it's 6 minutes here, but if you're able to get 4, 5, 6 yards per run, why not run the clock out and go home with the win? That's the thing. It's vital for the Patriots, especially because they have their timeouts, to try to stop the run, have it short gains or no gains, to try to get their offense in the field to score again.
Again, going to the outside. He's got the first down, and gang tackle, it looks like, or initial contact was made by, looks like, 28 North Thornburg. Enough for a first down, and the Tigers are just gashing him now.
It could be at the point, again, they're initially at the start of the second half, the Tigers weren't having success running up the middle on this Patriots defense, so now they're attacking the edges. And it looks like they're having success there. And, when you have your linebackers and the front seven running sideline to sideline, that eventually will take a toll just as much as having an offensive line lean on it. So it could be they're in that situation right now. They just have to find the will to try to stand up and get a stop.
Ball at the 34-yard line. Milligan takes the snap. Once again going to the outside. Gains 3 yards to the 31-yard line.
So again, yeah, they're just attacking the edges. That's where they're finding the success in the second half. So they're the Stony Point Tigers are just attacking the edges and letting time come off the clock. We're now at 4:42 left in the game. So and now it looks like they're going to let the play clock run before they get down into 10 single digits before they run something. So that's exactly what they're doing. They're just milking time off the clock, keeping the ball on the ground so the clock keeps running, and try to come out of this game with a win.
Definitely keeping that clock running. That'll be a similar formation here. Hand off to Lloydon. Going around that outside. Brought down in the field of play. He gets to the line of scrimmage. maybe a yard, makes it 3rd down.
And that's how you try to attack the edge. It is risky because if you try to flow toward the football, toward the sideline, it could potentially leave you open in the middle. But there, the Patriots stretched that play to the sideline, were able to get multiple hats out there to the ball and make the stop for no gain.
So 3rd and 7. We're under 4 minutes left to play now. Crazier things have happened. Patriots just trying to get a stop right here. Last time on 3rd and long, they threw the football. Look at Rhymes right here, and there's a timeout taken. Stony Point taking their 2nd timeout of the half. Interesting right there. It looked like they may have been planning to do an run pass option, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks like they're content on keeping it on the ground, even in situations where it's an obvious passing down. One, again, they want the clock to keep running. And 2, they have confidence in that outside edge attack of their running game to, either get the 1st down here at 3rd and long or get close to the stick at 4th and short and run another running play to get that 1st down. We're at the scenario now where if you get maybe another 2 1st downs, and the way that Stony Point's running the football, they could run the clock out.
Definitely, yeah. So I know what Patriots are trying to avoid. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh because they're doing the whole it's 3rd down thing right now. And then I think it's the first time they've done that tonight.
Yeah, definitely, again, why this is important is because if they get this 1st down, if they get close to this 4th and short, they could essentially get another 1st down and run the clock out. So, yes, this is very important that they get a stop here and make it 4th and long so they're forced to do something else, and they're going to pass.
Joyer back to throw. He's got time, trying to find Rhymes, and once again, he's been a pest, and he burns him on 3rd down again.
Yeah, it looks like it was single coverage out there, and Rhymes just made that cut to the sideline and opened himself up, and the quarterback was able to hit him out there for the 1st down. I guess the only positive thing about this is it stops the clock, but they're inside the 10, threatens again to score.
Well, 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Joyer from the gun. Milligan in the backfield. Low snap, able to get the hand off to Milligan though. And he's going to be brought down over the middle. And it's like that was by Christian Gomez.
That was another excellent tackle. We talked about that form tackle previously. Gomez there was a perfect form tackle there to bring a pretty hefty young man, strong young man down one-on-one.
Less than 3 minutes left to play. We do have that 2-minute timeout.
You know what? I did not take that into account.
Yep.
I forgot we have the 2 minutes.
We've never had in high school for the longest time. And it's something I'm just trying to get used to. It's like they're bringing blitz. Milligan up the middle and brought down short of the goal line at the 1.
Tackle made by
and there's Ty Temples, a name I think this season you're going to hear his name a few times get called. He's usually in on a play. So they're going to let this clock just run down to the 2-minute timeout. It's a 15-point game. It's ball's on the 1-yard line. And if they don't get it here, they're most likely going to go for it. Or kick a field goal and almost just put this one out of reach. For Coach Robertson, after this one, barring the unlikely, is looking for his first win as a head coach. The Patriots last season, they started off similarly with a loss to Stony Point, that game in Round Rock. Next week, they're going to be on the road in Burnet. And I believe we'll be at that game.
Yep, we should be there. Yeah, it's difficult, and I know at the beginning of the broadcast I correctly said that this was a district game. This is not a district game.
Non-district,
because Stony Point's a 6A school.
Yeah.
But for them to come out and compete when, you know, they've been constantly been in between, you know, obviously they've been trailing the entire game, but it's fluctuated between, you know, a 2-score, 1-score game. They've always fought back. That's always something you want to see in your team. Even if we're at a situation where a win is out of reach, you just want to see your team compete, your team continue fighting. They could take that on to the next game, and especially that will help build that character. That will help build that attitude for when district play comes, quote unquote, the games that count.
Yeah. And there's some positives definitely to take away from this one. There's some things you can look at, things you can always look to improve. But every game, you know, I always tell my dad always said every round of golf always had a couple shots that didn't quite go your way, even if it was your best round ever. It always could be better. So just things to look at, things to improve upon. Milligan takes a snap up the middle, and he's going to reach across the goal line for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Stony Point.
And if there was any hope for the Patriots, I think that just about dashed them.
Yep, that was a tough run up the middle. You know, I'd be playing, you know, coming up, playing both defense and offensive lines. I've been on both sides where we're leaning on the defensive line and just running at will. And then I've been on the other side where I've been run at all night, and I'm gassed. I'm sure the Patriots are in that mode right now. It's difficult to overcome when you have a tough running team. But again, there's still coaching moments, there's still things that you want to build on here going into district play.
One way to look at that, coachable moments. The scoreboard, by the way, I think they messed up. It's supposed to read 42-20. Now they're correcting it.
Yeah, a moment ago when the Patriots scored their second touchdown, they actually had 15.
Yeah,
but they didn't correct it.
I've had a few games like that. I did one, just as a story, I did a baseball game once where I was the camera at first base, and I looked up at the scoreboard and it said one team had no hits when they had like 2 hits. So I messaged the booth because the guy booth said, didn't they have 2 hits? And then I looked up a minute later and they went doot doot on hits. I was like, you are correct on that one. I was like, I'm not trying to be rude, just making sure the score's correct.
Yeah, I've done a couple of baseball games in my time with Vype, and yeah, that happens quite a lot.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of
stuff going on. Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on that scoreboard. So you know.
I did a game where there was no scoreboard. There was no scoreboard operator. So they relied on me to keep the score for the game.
Oh, goodness.
And it was actually a run rule game, so they had to rely on me to make sure it actually was a 10-run victory.
10 run, yep.
So, minute 56 left to play in the ball game. It's a 22-point lead for the Tigers. Raylock's going to take this one from the 5. Trying to find some room to run. He's got really nowhere to go with it to the 21-yard line.
So here in this situation, you know, yes, we know the game's out of reach, but you still want your team to come out. You still want your team to come out and play hard, not give up, because hey, you can get a score here, you know, eat into that lead, so you know, you at least have going out knowing that you're able to score 3 times. You know, you want to come out and execute, because again, yes, this is going to show up in the loss column, but you still want to fight. You still want to build off what you did positively here, moving on in the season.
Honeycutt in the backfield. Guerrero. He's going to hand off to, no, Guerrero's going to take it himself. Reverses field, turns upfield, and gets a 2-yard gain.
So to give props to anyone on the Patriot is correct. I mean, he had some electrifying runs. He had a couple of touchdown passes. He's done what he had to do to try to keep the Patriots in the game. Yes, you know, he overthrew a couple of receivers here and there. It's the first game of the season. Yeah. That's going to happen. But I think he came out and he played hard and he played very well too. He should hang his head high, or hold his head up high, and not be upset with this particular loss.
Just a few tweaks too, because those overthrows weren't by much. There's something there. Honeycutt takes the snap. He's going to turn upfield. brought down at the, I thought at least got to the 30-yard line. They're going to say at the 29.
So I'm not familiar with the 2 deep for the Patriots, but it looks like at least in the skill positions they've brought in some number 2s here.
A little bit, I think.
Which you talk about getting players reps. Yes, this is a loss, but it's an opportunity to get your players reps. With 30 seconds left in the ballgame.
Now Ty Burgesson going to take this snap, 3rd and 2. And he will hand it to Honeycutt. Honeycutt, big hole up the middle into the secondary. That's why you keep playing.
Yes, that was a great run by Honeycutt. The hole opened up, made by the offensive line. Honeycutt was able to make that run, but it looks like they're probably not going to run another play. We're down with 8 seconds left, so it looks like we're here at the end.
Doubtful, yes. Well, not the start Coach Robertson wanted. But a lot to build off of. First-year head coach. First game does not go his way. But there's always another game. There's other things to look at, and it takes a while. Rome was not built in a day, as they say. But for this game, the Tigers come out over the Patriots 42-20. We'll be back next week as they play Burnett. That game will be an away game. Like I said, the game is on the 5th. And we'll check the calendar real quick, make sure it's actually a Friday. And it is a Friday. Now, according to Max Fripp, says the game starts at 7:30.
Yeah, I looked at that, and it does start at 7:30 because the district that Burnett is in, their game started at 7:30. And since we're at their stadium, the game's going to start at 7:30.
That sounds good. All right, so we'll be back next week on the 5th. The game against Burnett. Tigers win this one 42-20. I'd like to thank our QA, Skylar Gillespie, for providing quality assurance for this one. Jenna Pinkett, our technical director, and Merle Bertrand, leader of Vype Media. My name is Brian Dre, joined alongside Chris Cavazos. We'll see you next week. Be safe. Have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody.